breaking news.
Good evening, I'm Vicki George. Breaking tonight, LMPD has released the body cam video showing the moments before and after a U.S. Marshal shot and killed 25-year-old Amari Cryer. Gladys Batista is live from our newsroom. Gladys, you talked to Cryer's mother about this video. What's she saying tonight?
Well, Vicki, Cryer's mother, LaTanya, saw the video before it was released to the public, but she says she wasn't able to watch past the part when her son is shot by the U.S. Marshal and falls to the ground. And although the video shows what appears to be a weapon, she still believes officers did not have to kill him. We must warn you, the body cam video from an LMPD officer can be disturbing.
Drop the gun! Drop the gun!
Shouts to drop the gun can be heard as officers chased after 25-year-old Amari Cryer along Sutcliffe Avenue on May 20th. The moments unfold quickly. We're stopping the video here because shots can be heard seconds after Cryer jumps the fence. These are the next commands after the U.S. Marshal fired 2 shots.
Hands, 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 hands.
About 30 seconds later, officers can be heard rendering aid.
Hey, Amari, stay with me.
20 minutes later, Cryer was pronounced dead. In the following days, an already skeptical community demanded transparency and answers as to why this unfolded after learning U.S. Marshals don't wear body cameras. Louisville Urban League President Sadiqa Reynolds says this shooting is yet another round of trauma in the community.
Like many things in life, this is complicated, but what is hard to process and hard to see happening again is more death in our community, more violence in our community.
Initial reports did not specify what led up to the shooting. Cryer's mother, LaTanya, believes officials should have been transparent from the beginning that her son brandished a gun.
I think that a mother in pain wants to protect the legacy of their child.
Also released Thursday, these warrants showing what U.S. Marshals were there for. Cryer was wanted for charges of assault, strangulation, and terroristic threats that were related to domestic violence. These documents name the victim as the mother of one of Cryer's children. They allege Cryer punched the woman in the head in her sleep, pushed her into a wall, pistol whipped her, and even placed his forearm around her neck to the point she couldn't breathe. Reports state while this was happening, Cryer was threatening to kill her. His mother says this chase and the appearance that he had a gun didn't constitute U.S. Marshals shooting to kill.
And it's true, he didn't have to die, but we do also have to acknowledge, and it is a painful thing, I'm sure, for a loved one or family member to acknowledge that he played a role in his death. And I think that we owe it to ourselves to be honest about that.
Cryer's mother, LaTanya, says she believes her son should still be here, and because of that, she says she will continue to fight for justice. Live in the newsroom, I'm Gladys Bautista. Vicki, back to you.